I had an inquiry from a viewer regarding how I got the old paint off of and filler off of the base of my Shortland 102 lathe bed when I did the restoration. I had two options, or three options. You could use chemical stripper, or you could use electrolysis with a soda bath, or you could use air needle descaler. And I used my air needle descaler. You can buy a dedicated air needle descaler, which that's all it does, which is a descaler, or you can get an attachment like this, which is really good, and they're quite cheap, which screws onto your standard little air chisel, and you can buy these air chisel sets. They're under $30, and you get a bunch of chisels and hammer tips and that, punch tips, and they're a good little unit. They're very handy for those sort of jobs, but they do more than that. Buy one of these. These are a needle descaler tip or adapter. We've got a bunch of steel needles. These are about $40–45, and they basically just screw on. So you just spin it on. Do up 3 grub screws. One more. And you're good to go. These will take off rust, paint, bog, filler from any surface, basically, any hard surface. I wouldn't use them on wood, they'll gouge it, but for steel or rough surfaces, particularly like cast iron, anything uneven, the needle prongs will get right into it and they'll take all the rust out or loosen it right up. They're very noisy, that's the only downside. So, and they use a fair bit of air, but they do great work on stuff like, say, cast lace work, or anywhere that's intricate and complicated. You can't get in with a wire brush or a buffing wheel or a sandpaper or anything else. These will get right in because these needles will just find their way in. Great little unit. I use it, quite a bit for cleaning up, and I'll give you a demonstration in the next part of this clip. Well, there you go. You can see what sort of a job it's done. It's done a good job, taken all that rust out, got into all the nooks and crannies.
You couldn't do that with a wire buffer. This wouldn't be struggling. You wouldn't get into the corners like that. It's taken all of the rubbish out. You can see where I started stripping off the paint here and the rust. It's done a good job. They're not real fast to use, but they get there and they get into everything. So if you take your time with it, certainly for stripping bog paint, rust off of a lathe or anything complicated, metal lace work, cast lace work, these are ideal. You saw in the video how I basically also held the needles with my fingers to concentrate them. You can actually bunch them up. It won't hurt you because they're only vibrating in and out a little bit, and you can quite safely grip it, and you can concentrate or shape the chip to go into any particular area you want and help stabilise it. So there you go, they're a good unit, and I use it quite a bit. For anything like this, great. They're good value, they're not expensive to buy. You do need a decent air compressor. 9 cubic foot is the throughput on these. My compressor's 7.5, so it's a little bit small, but you get by with it. And I mean, you're running these at 90 psi, so you're at quite high pressure. But there you go, get out the earmuffs, buy yourself one of these, and yeah, you can clean up rusty cast iron and steel, no problem. Saves a lot of hard yakka. Okay, see ya.